let me show you how we can organize our home screen and how we can organize pages on OnePlus 15. So if you want to add new apps, all you have to do is you need to go to the app drawer, then you can press and hold your finger on the app and we can drag it to pretty much any home screen page that we want it to be placed. There we go. You can also tap on these three dots in the upper right corner of the app drawer, choose select, and we can select multiple different apps that should be added into the home screen, and then at the bottom we have that button that allows us to do so. There we go. And if you want to remove an app, you can press and hold your finger on the app, and then you should be able to find the remove option. There we go. Or you can press and hold your finger on an empty space on the home screen in order to go into this editing mode. And then we can select multiple apps that we want to get rid of from the home screen, and at the bottom we have remove. Then just confirm that you want to do that. And there we go. We can also resize apps. So in this case, if you press and hold your finger on the app, once you see these options, you can grab by this thick line over here, and we can make 2x1 space, like this, vertically or horizontally. And we can also make it 2x2, so we can make these really huge app icons. In some cases, apps can also provide some additional shortcuts. For example, if I add settings, there we go. Then in this case, if I make it 2x1, as you can see, we have these pluses. I can actually tap on one of these pluses in order to add some shortcuts, so I can have a quicker access to certain things within the app. If I don't add anything, then of course the app will be just as big as I just had shown you before. There we go. What you can also do is you can change the name of the app. Sometimes you may need to go to more features in order to actually find more stuff. And over here we have edit. So we can just set the name of the app however we wish it to be named, and it also is applied in the app drawer too. Alright, so we have apps and customization and so on. Now we're gonna move on to the folders. So if you want to create a folder, you have two options. You can drag and drop one app into the another one. There we go. And then the folder will be created, and of course we can keep adding more apps. And another way is to press and hold your finger on an empty space to go into this editing mode. Here, once again, we can select multiple apps. And at the bottom, we have create folder. And there we go. All selected apps will be merged into a single folder. Let me actually grab this folder over here. Now, besides that, of course, we can remove a folder. So we have two ways. You can either just press and hold your finger and then choose ungroup. So then every app will be just gone. I believe no, it is actually added back into the home screen, my bad. So the folder is gone, but every app that we have in that folder is placed back into the home screen. And what you can also do is you can simply remove every app from the folder like this. And if there is just one app left in the folder, then of course the folder will be removed as well. And let me actually recreate the folder again quickly, just to show you some other stuff that we can do. So we also have some personalization and customization of folders. More precisely, if you press and hold your finger, we can of course rename the folder, and we can enlarge the folder as well to make it 2x2, so it looks like this. If you have 2x2 folder, then we have three styles. So we can have this stack of apps. They are grouped by the same sizes. We can also make them a little bit bigger. So we have three main apps and some additional ones. In this case, we can directly open the app without having to go into the folder, but every other app that is in here, of course, we have to open the folder instead. And there is this third view where we have just one main app that is really huge, but other apps can also be opened like this. However, if there are more apps, then of course they won't be as easily accessible, because as you can see, we just have to go into the folder after that. And not only that, we have some more options actually. We can grab by this thick corner, of course, and we can make it, for example, 2x1 vertically and horizontally. So we have even more customization options available in here for folders. Now let's move on to widgets. In order to add a widget, you can, for example, press and hold your finger on an empty space, and then at the bottom on the left side we have widgets. We have a list of apps that contain widgets. So if you want to add something, you can just simply tap on the app, and we have some widgets available provided by the app. And if you want to add something, you can just simply tap on add. And there we go, we have our widget. We can of course change the size of the widget quite easily if you want to make it smaller or bigger. Sometimes it is not possible to do so. Sometimes these options are limited, so you will not be always able to do so. But if you, for example, want to resize the app, you can just simply press and hold your finger until you see the option to remove it, and then we can once again grab by this line over here. And as you have noticed probably, if you want to remove a widget, we can just press and hold it in order to find the remove widget option. Besides that, we should also be able to access widgets, I believe. Actually, no, we cannot really access widgets by pressing and holding our finger. I thought that actually this is possible, but it seems that no, unfortunately no. So yeah, so this is the only way to actually add a widget. Now, besides that, of course, we can change the layout of the home screen. If you want to do so, if you wish to have, for example, more apps in a single row, then we can press and hold our finger again, and then we're gonna go to the layout. And here we can have 4 columns or 5 columns, so you can fit more names. We can also hide app names, so if you want to do that, you can easily do so. There we go, this is how it looks like. And there we go. And we have some additional home screen settings too. So if we go to home screen settings in the bottom right corner, we can find a bunch of different options like icon autofill. We can show the search button at the bottom of the home screen. So it is over here. So then we can tap over here in order to use the search feature. What else do we have over here? We should be able to also lock the layout, so you cannot change the position of apps, say they cannot be removed from the home screen. And some animations, like animation transitions, for example, you can have a different transition for the home screen as well. So as you can see, many different customization options that we can go through. You can personalize your home screen in many different ways. You can add a bunch of stuff, and you can organize your apps however you wish them to be organized on your home screen. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.